morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Megan Anderson.
And I'm Connor Bentwood. Last Thursday, multiple buildings on RHS were vandalized. We go to Nate Wynn with more.
Thanks, Connor. Last Thursday, the campus was violated with swastikas in multiple locations, including the 900 West mural. Principal Bird addressed the issue with a phone call and email home. According to the email, staff and faculty covered up the swastikas and will not tolerate this sort of action.
I frankly couldn't believe that our students would do that. So I had to go down and see it for myself to confirm that this was indeed there. And not only were they there, but they were also pretty large, done in dark Sharpie. So just not only is this vandalism or like secret messaging, but it is in your face, super obvious. And the fact that our students would choose to commit that crime and to endorse that ideology is just unheard of and atrocious to me.
After being notified on Thursday during fourth period, Cameron Anderson painted over the swastika on the mural in the 900 West building.
I mean, I know the mural club does like an amazing job, and it's just pathetic for someone to ruin all their hard work and like give Roseville kind of that negative like connotation that people here would actually have the nerve to do that.
If you have any information about the vandalism, contact an administrator.
After Thanksgiving break, student government plans to hold meetings to promote student participation in future events. According to ASB Secretary Alyssa Crawford, the meetings will influence future events.
So we're going to have people coming and giving their input in on what they want to see in the second term events like Casaba and like the end of the term events like the final rally.
All students are encouraged to attend these meetings. The exact dates have not been announced yet.
Now we go to Josh Carson with sports.
Good morning and welcome to this week's edition of EOTSN. I'm Josh Carson. The varsity football team season came to an end Friday night with the 52-20 loss to the Vacaville Bulldogs in the first round of the CIF SJS Division II playoffs. They simply couldn't keep up with the pace of Vacaville, although they fought hard and kept it close for a while. The team has nothing to be ashamed of as they brought pride back to the school by winning in a major sport. They exceeded expectations all season long and finished with a final record of 9-2. Let's take one final look at the varsity football team's historic year by counting down the top 5 plays of the season with Dom Taylor. Here we go, kicking off the top 5 plays of the varsity football season. Quick to note, all these came from home games. Number 5, Jay Rosano breaks through the middle with a long run, capped off a great night he had for the Roseville Tigers, helping them to get the win.
Coming in at number 4 is the touchdown reception by Josh Clark, thrown by Nick Martig. A great touchdown throw and a great catch.
Aired it out there for the score at number 3, Dry Crawley with the pick 6. Totally read the eyes of the Cosumnes Oaks quarterback. Defense was key all night in getting that win.
Coming in at number 2 is the fumble return for a touchdown by Sam Toomey. And in there on the forced fumble is our very own Jason Russell, a great momentum swinger for the Tigers.
And at number 1, this is the play of the year. A one-hand, left-hand, outstretched arm, channeling his inner Odell Beckham Jr. catch. Jimmy Jaggers in at number 1. And that's it on your home for Roseville High School sports. Top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Josh. Last Friday, after 4 long years of waiting, the video game gods blessed us with Dishonored 2. As the sequel to the winner of the BAFTA Game Awards for Best Game in 2013 and nominee for many other esteemed game awards, Dishonored 2 had a lot to live up to. And since the first game is on my list of all-time favorites, I was both ecstatic and terrified to play it because of how much I cherished the first game. And after spending practically the entire weekend glued to my couch playing, I can happily say that I thoroughly enjoyed it. It wasn't necessarily perfect for reasons I'll get into in a moment, but overall I was really happy with it. One of the biggest things that changed from the first game was the introduction of a multiplayer option, meaning that you can decide at the beginning of the game to play your adventure as Corvo Atano, our main hero from the first game, or his now confirmed daughter Emily Caldwin. And this makes the game all the more deep and replayable as you get different abilities and powers with each character and slightly different storyline. On the flip side of that coin, one thing that threw me off slightly was the fact that our main hero no longer has a bad case of silent protagonist. We're now bombarded with dialogue from both characters, and a huge amount of lore and information not addressed in the first game was thrown at you in the beginning, leaving a lot of mystery out of the storyline. I assume that choice was to inform someone new to the series who wouldn't otherwise have backstory knowledge. One thing I really appreciated was that never did I once while playing think that this game was trying too hard to outdo the first one. They complement each other nicely rather than feeling like rivals. Overall, this game has a great feel, a great eye for design, and paid tribute to all the great things in the first game. Kind of like slapping a fresh coat of paint on it, but also adding an accent wall. Now we go back to news.
Thanks, Sophie. The Clash of the Classes rally was last Thursday. The senior class came out as the victors of the competition.
It's fun to be a senior, and I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of a bias because we're seniors, but it's still great. I thought it was a good rally, actually, better than the past ones at least.
Come help a child in need and pick up a gift request in the cafeteria for Toys for Tots. Gifts are due no later than November 18th.
That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.